Hey footwear friends, it's Ed, Delboy Bud here. I've been scouring the internet for some of the best running shoe bargains for you for October 2024. If you're after some foam and rubber savings, then you're in the right place. Let's get to it. Welcome to the channel. If you've not done so yet, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps out, as does giving this video a thumbs up like. Also, drop us a comment to help with the YouTube algorithm. Dankeschön. We're going to dive into the running shoe bargain bin today. I've scoured the net for some of the best deals. Let's get straight there. First up, from ASOS here in the UK, we got the women's Vomero 17 from Nike. They've got a whole size run in the Vomero 17 here in this lovely black and white colorway. ZoomX equipped daily shoe. What more does a lady want? Down from the retail cost of £145 to 87 quid. So it's about 40% off. That is no joke. A great cushion shoe in a nice colourway too. The Vomero has some good multi-surface grip there with the stretched out waffle lugs on the outsole and a top-notch, very plush fit as well. I think it's one of the most overlooked Nike daily shoes. The ZoomX directly underfoot makes this one a really good long-range cruiser and a sort of daily mile masher. Whole size run there at ASOS, but don't hang around too long. Actually, it gets even better. I found a slightly better deal. If you put in the code EXTRA, you can get them down even lower to about 70 quid. So go for it. ASOS, use the code EXTRA and you can get the Vomero 17s even less. Start Fitness have got a whole bunch of different colourways of the excellent value for money Puma Velocity Nitro 2. One of my students, in fact, did ask for a recommendation for some shoes. I did point him this way. They're a fantastic value for money offering. Decent stack of Nitro foam plus some EVA on the bottom section to give a bit of durability. Perfect if you're perhaps just getting into running or you want to do something for your 5 or 10k efforts. There's a good balance of cushion and responsiveness here from the Velocity Nitro 2, along with some of that great Puma grip rubber on the outsole. Loads of pairs available for around about £50 to £60. Sizing is a little bit patchy though, so if you're in one of the sort of larger sizes, you may have to go for one of the more Liberace-like colorways, but you can't beat the value in this Nitro midsole cruiser. I think it's about 43% off. Another Puma banger right now at Start Fitness. They've also got a full UK size run of the Puma Fast Forward Nitro Elite. It's the red and blue sort of mismatch colourway. If you can get over that, 50% off the retail price here, people. So it was 210 down to 105. This could be a superb 5 or 10k distance race option, or perhaps even a training shoe for the rotation that can cater for those tempo sessions, or perhaps some intervals too. You know, the bonkers mismatch colourway isn't going to be for everybody, but who's looking at their shoes when they're running anyway? You do it occasionally, don't you? I know it. Especially at speed, the Puma Nitro Elite foam is top notch with significant rebound and cushion there. And it's one of the more durable foam options as well when you compare it up against something like ZoomX from Nike or like Flight Foam Turbo Plus, which is a brilliant foam but just not the most durable. You can't always get longevity from those race foams, but you do here with Puma Nitro Elite. Grip is always top notch on Puma shoes, so no worries there. Maybe even a track shoe for your 400 meter blasts with your running club. Half price, not to be sniffed at either for a carbon plate shoe of this type. Grab them while they're still available. And remember, with Start Fitness, you get free socks. Just to make it clear, I'm not employed by Start Fitness. I'm not like sponsored by them or anything. These are just good deals that I find out there on the net. A bit of a heads up next for those of you that are in the UK. It does appear that Nike and Sports Direct have got some sort of collaboration going on. It looks like they're going to dump a huge amount of unwanted stock over at Sports Direct. There's some Vaporfly 3s, some Alphafly 2 designs as well. Some of them will only be available from October the 15th. There's like a pre-order on them. Some quite good prices as well, some reasonable discounts. The Vaporfly down to about 120 quid. Reminds me of the time when they released a load of Gakuso Vaporfly Next Percents for about 112 quid here in the UK. Do remember picking those up and just mashing them, really using them for training. It looks like Nike are just trying to clear a load of stock out of their warehouses. Is Nike really in that much trouble that they're having to resort to shifting all their stock back to sort of retail warehouse outlets? Really does say something, doesn't it? Sports Direct have a full-size run also of the Adizero Adios 8 from Adidas. So it's a lighter, slightly more traditionally stacked shoe. Lightstrike Pro and that V2 Lightstrike material in the midsole presents a lower stack option really if you don't like these sort of massive stack beasts that are out there everywhere right now. They're down from 120 quid to 60 quid, so 50% off. Again, you've got to do a pre-order on those. They seem to be available from October the 9th, 2024. So get in quick if you're not one of the common sizes. I found that one a great shoe with some monster grip on the outsole, perhaps suited for those after a more stabilised ride without the more prevalent heel clips or awkward pieces inserted into the midsole sidewalls. Top-notch shoe at half price. There's a similar discount as well for the SL2 from Adidas, 120 retail, and you can grab this icy blue colourway for 89 quid. They got most men's sizes available in this one. A superb shoe for the money really, with more Lightstrike Pro than the previous mentioned Adios 8. You got a more daily sort of grip on the outsole here with some lugs and ridges and a tad more padding in the upper section of the shoe. I would consider going a half size up in this version of the SL. They do come in a touch narrow and I think some people might benefit from having a little bit more toe box room. Though manufacturers do some midpoint changes in some models, I don't think that that's happened with the SL2. So do go a half size up if you're thinking about picking these up. Lots of value from that SL2 at Sports Direct right now. Getting quick though, as not all sizes are available. Reebok have always had some good deals that I featured in the running shoe bargains videos over the last 4 or so years. They've got a hefty discount on the Float Ride Energy X. This is a park plated shoe with the brand's soft cushioned energy foam. This one's almost got a chainmail like upper. Now don't be put off by that, it's still very flexible and it's conforming. Well, I found it to be very durable as well in the long run, no pun intended. The flex weave upper is one I hope that Reebok continue with in the future of their running shoes. And that forefoot plate helps provide a nice smooth rolling action on toe off. Traction was decent, and if you're after a good long run option, which let's face it, they had this shoe a couple of years back, way before all the other brands went sort of super trainer crazy. This was 155 quid, but if you nose around, you should be able to find a discount to get it down to about 98 quid. That's even cheaper than the actual sale price on the website, which is 109. Look around, should be able to find yourself a extra 10% discount. You don't need to be a genius to find that one. A very underrated shoe. And if you need cushion there without the overtly squashy nature of some super shoes, then this one's the way to go. Okay, last one up. This one is from Start Fitness. So once again, free socks. The Puma Fast R Nitro Elite, one of the best deals around as of this minute. You might get lucky on sizing, though you're going to have to sort of pick and choose what you want out of the colourways here. There's some quite outlandish ones. You know, we're talking Puma, they've always got some pretty bizarre colourways. Some of them really hit the spot, some of them might be a acquired taste. Bit like me. You can pick these up from as little as £119. That makes for a massive saving on a really great race and training shoe. I think the Fast R2's morphed into a softer shoe, but many people enjoyed the slightly more responsive and firmer heel section in the original version of this one. Just provides a slightly more direct ride, a little bit more engaging with the actual surface you're running on. It certainly wanted you to land more in the forefoot there. I think the very compressive nature of the V2 heel almost meant you were enticed to overstride a little bit. Loads of colourways on this innovative looking shoe. I think if you like the Tempo Next Percent from Nike, you'll probably like this one. It's quite an aggressive beast and it will no doubt bring a smile to your face when you turn up the pace. Just don't be put off by the radical design. It actually feels quite conventional underfoot when you get moving. Over at Start Fitness, get in there quick. They seem to be disappearing now. There's no full size runs on these anymore. Okay, that's all the deals that I've spotted recently out there on the internet. Have you found some particularly good deals that you need to let the runners know about? Drop us a comment down below. A very quick musical interlude for you. Not sure what's drawn me back to it recently, but I've revisited one of my favourite albums ever, which is Either Or from Elliott Smith. I love the sound of this record. I can remember getting a tape of it actually from a friend of mine, instantly enjoying that very intimate feel that you get from Elliott Smith's recordings around about this time. Can't believe it was released in 1997. It seems like only a few weeks ago or something, but this one has stayed with me all that time. I think I've listened to it maybe a few times every year at least. I do own several copies of it as well, like remasters and things that they've bought out, particularly like the track Alameda. Love the drum sounds, they're really kind of odd and wiry, I suppose. The selection of instrumentation as well on the track Pictures of Me is always going to be one of my favourites. Some really nice guitar playing, electric and acoustic too, and the fantastic multi-tracked layering of Elliott Smith's vocals all over this one. Just a very simple production, you can hear all the words, every chord change. If you haven't gone and checked out Elliott Smith's material, I urge you to do so. Either or is a fantastic place to start. Thanks for tuning in, people, always appreciated. If I have helped you out with a running shoe bargain deal today, do drop the channel a super thanks to help us out on an ad hoc basis to keep the shoes rolling in. Hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up like. My name's Eddbud and I'll be seeing you